Hey folks, and welcome back to Glenn and Adrian's Rock Talk. That's Adrian.
And that's Glenn.
And today we're going to bring a twofer to you. Two warning clips. In one of them, Ale and Pau is getting interviewed by 92.1 CITI. It looks like CITI. This was posted by the Warning Army on November 18, 2022. I think the absence of Danny will be an interesting thing. It's a very short video, so that's why we're going to follow it up with another video where the Warning interviews people. This is the interview with 92.1 CITI, and we will find out what that is as we look at this, because I actually don't know. Adrian, any thoughts before we get started?
92.1 CITI, so we don't know what city it is.
We'll find out in a moment, I'm sure.
Hey, it's Kirby from City Mornings, and I'm joined by a all-female rock band. I'm so excited, a huge fan, personally, The Warning. We're without Danny, unfortunately, but we've got Ali and we've got Pau, and we're excited to have you in Winnipeg to play the Birch. You're opening up for 3 Days Grace. Yes. You must be excited.
We are extremely excited to be here. We just got here a few hours ago. Yeah. But we're so excited to be playing here, and it's our first time properly touring Canada, so we're really excited to be here. Yeah.
I'm sure Winnipeggers want to know what you think of the snow, being from Mexico.
Wow, it's insane. There's so much of it. I know that's a really dumb comment, but there's so much snow, and everything is really cold. We're not used to this. It's negative 8 degrees. That has never happened to us before, but we're fighting through it. The crowds are super energized, really so they warm us up. It's
amazing.
Yeah.
You girls have been playing music since you were young. What's it been like to go nonstop, basically, aside from those 2 years where you were unable to tour?
So this year has been insane. We've played 100 shows. Over 100 shows this year, and it's been it is tiring, but it's so fun because we couldn't play for 2 years, so we're making up for it this year. And it's been extremely fun to tour the U.S. and play in Mexico, right now in Canada. So it's really exciting visiting all of these new places and visiting places that we would have never visited if it wasn't for the band. So it's amazing.
And touring with 3 Days Grace, Canadian, band that's been around for a long time. I know you guys said that you were a fan specifically of, the band all those years. What has it been like to tour with them?
It's been awesome. During sound check, you can hear them, and I'm oh my God, I love those songs. And just meeting them, they're all great people. And it's been a complete honor opening up for them. They're really cool. They're a great band. And once again, they're a band that inspired us. I loved them when I was in middle school. So it just hits at a different spot in my heart to be opening up these shows.
Awesome. I encourage you to go check out The Warning, watch their music videos, look at the history of the fact that they started when they were so young, and here they are now still touring. And I just am so excited to see what the future brings for you ladies. So thank you so much for coming to Winnipeg.
No, thank you so much for having us. Yes.
Still touring? What?
Getting their first dose of Winnipeg. So it's in Alberta.
Now, they got sick during this tour. So let's take a look also at what we just looked at recently with Barry Stock, because I think that was probably right around the same time, November 27th, 2022. So yes, as a matter of fact, this is a little bit before, because that was Toronto.
They're touring with 3 Days Grace, which they have been fans of for a while, apparently. So it's kind of like a dream come true for them to see them much less open for them.
Yeah, which is nice. I think at this point they've probably done it a few times. So they entered Canada via Vancouver on November 8th of 2022. And yeah, they were opening for 3 Days Grace. And they proceeded to do this several times during this Canadian tour. And I took a look at an interview called The Road, the Stage, which is in our videos. You can take a look. That happened just before their Edmonton show, in between Calgary and Edmonton. So they did the Edmonton show. They were supposed to go up to a place called Grand Prairie. It's supposed to be super duper cold out, but at this point they got the flu. So after the Edmonton show, everybody had the flu and they had to cancel a few shows. November 12th is when they stopped after Edmonton. They came back with Winnipeg. So Winnipeg, we just saw them talking in Winnipeg. So that was after they had just gotten over being sick. Chances are the reason Danny wasn't there is because she still had the flu. And then the Barry Stock video happened in Toronto on November 27. And there were some shows in between. They played a total of 11 shows in Canada, it looks like. That Toronto show was actually the last one, and it would have been the last time they opened for 3 Days Grace. And it so happens Danny was also singing Painkiller with 3 Days Grace. And we do have a version of Painkiller, which happened on this tour. Not this particular night, but a few nights earlier in Kitchener. So that would have been on the 24th. So, great. We're starting to connect the dots here. Okay, so now that we've settled that mystery, we want to go back and we want to take a look at a video that is undoubtedly much earlier. It's off the Planet of Babel YouTube channel, and it says The Warning, interviewing people. All I can tell is there are embedded captions in English, so it's probably in Spanish. It's only about a 3-minute clip. I thought we'd take a look at it. Adrian, anything ahead before we start?
No, I'm just looking forward to seeing this. It should be interesting.
Yeah, okay. Let's go ahead and check it out.
Hey, amiga,
No soy tu amiga.
¿conoce a The Warning?
Me choca su música, me chocan ellas, honestamente,
¿Verdad que sí?
muy malas.
Hola a todos en shock. Ahorita vamos a ver qué tanto conocen a The Warning la gente de Rock al Parque. A ver qué tal. ¡No se escapen! Les podríamos hacer una pregunta.
A ustedes las que quieran.
Claro, entonces,
Digan.
¿conoces a la banda The Warning?
Uf, he tirado por ellos, con ellas.
¿Y qué te parece?
Aplanadora. Marcan 4 y no queda nada.
Muchas gracias.
Los chavillos esos que están ahí,
Gracias.
que está atrás de la cámara. Esos
¿Qué? ¿Les podemos hacer una pregunta así rápido? Sí.
Que quiera, venga, ñero, venga.
Vamos.
me haga hacer ilusión,
Ok. Entonces, ¿sabe quién soy?
No.
No.
Pero sí quiero ver.
Ok, entonces, ¿sabe quién es la banda The Warning?
Sí. Sí.
A ver, ¿cuál es su canción favorita?
La pilla en YouTube, no sé. La que publica Rock al Parque y dice The Warning y publican un video.
Bueno, les queremos recomendar su música. Son 3 chavitas mexicanas. Y les queremos recomendar su canción Narcisista, que ahorita está en Spotify. ¿Me harías el favor de escucharla después?
La escucharé allá si tuviera internet.
Gracias, sigan disfrutando Rock al Parque. Ay, Dios, pensé que me habían reconocido.
Es que el otro,
¡Qué feo!
No, pero sí
Yo
lo
pensé que me habían dicho de que, ya pasó. ¿Ustedes conocen a la banda The Warning?
Sí.
¿Y le gusta la banda? ¿Cuál es su canción favorita?
No me sé ninguna canción.
Ninguna, pero los vio ayer. ¿Y le gustó el show? Se las recomiendo mucho. ¿Se parecen a nosotras? ¿Usted cree? ¿Sí? ¿Un poquito? ¿Ustedes conocen a The Warning?
Ni idea.
No, ok. Es que mira, es una banda de 3 chavitas mexicanas que vienen a rockear Rock al Parque. De hecho, tocaron ayer en el escenario largo. ¿Conocen una banda que se llama The Warning?
No.
¿Conoce a The Warning?
Sí.
Somos nosotras.
¿Seguro? No.
Sí, mucho gusto. ¿Cuál es tu canción favorita?
La nueva, la que es en español.
Narcisista.
No me sé los títulos todavía,
Sí.
porque pues soy nuevo a la banda, o sea, yo los conocí ayer. Ustedes dan clase, la relación bajo-bombo, que eso es lo que falla todo el rock, ustedes lo tienen.
¿Usted conoce a la banda The Warning?
The Warning, claro que sí. 3 hermosas mujeres de Monterrey, Nuevo León, muy talentosas, muy chingonas, y espero que sigan yendo y haciendo giras como van ahora.
Ay, muchas gracias. Qué padre. ¿Usted sí sabe?
Pues
¿Sí?
sí.
Claro que sí. ¿Conoces a The Warning?
Hola, ¿cómo estás? Wow, Ale.
Mucho gusto.
No, yo estoy soñando, esto no es real, ¿cierto? Ayer la vi, el toque estuvo excelente, son increíbles. Wow, nada, no sé, siento que estoy como en un sueño. ¿Le puedo dar un abrazo?
Claro que sí.
Wow.
Muchas gracias.
I guess he had the right answers. Oh, that's good. That was quite fun, actually. They did. Not announcing themselves at all and just seeing if people recognize them.
Kind of shocked by how many people didn't.
Since Narcisista had just come out and they were playing that, and maybe we could look up Rock al Parque, it must have been summer of 2019, maybe a little bit after. Very cool. And what was the name? Shock. So there was, I don't know if that's a channel or what it is, a promoter, no telling. But apparently that was for Shock, the organization, whatever it is. That was fun. That would be a lot of fun if they walked up and said, do you know the warning? And at this point, yeah, they would have been a little bit more underground.
I'd probably say, no, hum a few bars.
Yeah, right.
Each of you hum a few bars and take turns doing it.
Very good. Well, that was kind of fun. See, the tables are turned for once.
Yeah.
Must be kind of fun. It's funny how Danny was doing all of the microphone stuff. Anyway, very cool. It's nice to see that. Gives us another side of the coin. So, folks, why don't you let us know what you thought of that? And if you have more details on these clips, all presented together, it looks like there were several that were all supposed to be 20 or 30 seconds long, so not a bad strategy. And if you have other suggestions for us, please leave those below. Either of these clips, let us know what you thought. It would be really interesting. They both seem a little offbeat to us. And if you enjoyed this video, please give it a like. And if you enjoyed our presentation, please subscribe. All right, thanks so much for joining us, and we will catch you on the next one. All right, take care, folks.
See you all later.